when we last left our heroes, Mako was running out of the room, and y'all just watched Mako
I was
turn up some stairs.
Sprinting.
Well, we ran after, I guess.
The candelabra is just sitting on the floor still, but
I mean, as long as it's not going anywhere, and as long as the handcuffs are staying on it, I think I'll start chasing Mako.
sure.
Kitasha will look at Joe, look at the golem, decide Joe might have a better chance at stopping Mako, especially if Hercules is following him. So Kitasha will instead go over to the golem and retrieve her weapons that were stuck inside.
That is a fair choice.
And Kitasha will also look around the room to see if there's anything fun, spicy, shiny, whatever.
Same magical items that were there before. Nothing seems to be alive. The cloak that had been previously living is now dead on the floor. It's just a mundane coat.
Okay. And with that, Kitasha will go up and follow them.
Okay. We'll cut into Mako standing in the what we've assumed to be some form of item observation room, with the final traces of transportation magic dissipating in the air.
Wait, is there any like visual thing that I can tell? Because I don't make has no actual magical experience.
It would be soon to happen.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the spot, and then as soon as Joe crests the top of the stairs, I'm gonna just shout at him, "Hey, do you have any way to track or understand recently used magic?"
Even if I did, I've got nothing left in me for today. I've burned all of my energy, but I may be able to just try and help with whatever knowledge I've got, at least.
Yeah, whatever you can do. Right here, and she'll gesture to the spot that she saw saw what happened.
So yeah, I don't have detect magic or anything else like that prepared, but yeah, Michaela, can I do any investigation or Arcana check maybe or something like that to just see what I can know?
Arcana would be fine.
Okay, let's try that. Only a 12.
Well, there's definitely remnants of some form of magic being used here. It's pretty powerful, but like you said, you're not really able to use a detect magic or anything. You can't really tell what school of magic it's from. There was definitely a very powerful magic spell cast here moments ago, but that's about as much as you can really tell.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mako. All I've got is that this was very powerful. I can't tell anymore. If we're talking about something that was here and now is no longer, we're probably talking about some sort of teleportation magic, I would assume, or maybe illusion.
No, thank you for trying. Just try and think back. During this entire mission, did you get any sense or anything out of the corner of your eye that someone else might have been here?
I don't know. I was mostly sensing I was keeping an eye on the candles. I was trying to keep an eye out for mimics, I guess. So in a way, it always felt like we were being watched. I don't know if there was anything extra besides the candle.
I'm sorry for freaking out the way I did. I just saw someone out the corner of my eye, and I knew it wasn't right.
Someone you know?
No, it can't be. No, the figure I saw appeared like can't have been who I thought it was because they aren't mages. I don't know. Sorry. I just got a little off guard by that.
Right. Well, I don't think this will be exactly reassuring, but I was using very, very basic magic up until a couple months ago, and I've learnt something in the meantime, and perhaps whoever it was has learnt some or taught themselves, or all right.
Maybe. All right. Well, thank you for trying to help.
But
All right,
I'll keep looking, or while we walk out, I'll see if I can spot anything else, perhaps.
Thank you. All right. Mick will start to make her way back downstairs.
Probably bumping into Kitasha on the way.
And Mako will ask Katasha the same thing, like, did you get the sense, or do you spot anyone that might have else been here? Was there anyone else here other than us?
And Katasha will look around the stairwell now.
No, during the whole mission.
I don't think so. Can I do a perception or insight check to see if there's any new people?
That didn't come through at all.
Okay. Love that. I would like to do a perception or insight check to see if there's anyone new in the party.
Sure, you can do either or.
Either or. We're going to insight it. I have better stats for that. And it's going to be 21.
So, no one's currently with you guys. Everyone that you're counting up. Yeah, you've got Joe, Hercules, and Mako here. Yourself. You don't feel any different. You do remember briefly seeing the figure that Mako sprinted after, but you could kind of hear the commotion between her and Joe going on up there. You don't recall ever seeing anyone else there.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anyone else. I know you two were talking about someone who may have disappeared.
Yeah, it's strange.
When you saw the figure running away, did it appear to be in a panicked way, or were they trying to be seen by us? Was this a very elaborate prank? What sort of energy did you get from this figure?
I love that
Can I
Joe.
do it?
Sorry, I just love that Joe is always assuming everything's a prank. That has literally been his comment on every single thing that's happened.
Can I do an insight check to figure out what the vibe was?
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's the first vibe check of the
Great.
session. Yes.
Okay. All right. That's great. Given that I this happened because I botched.
He wanted you to see him.
Okay.
But he
Okay.
was not in a rush to leave, but he just kept right out of your sight up until the end.
Yeah. So
It was him. You know it was him.
That
You don't know
cannot
why.
be. No, I'll say it to both of them that are here. Like, I don't know how, but I know who that was, even though it doesn't make sense.
Okay. What's perhaps? Do you know if they live in the city? Maybe we can try and look out for them.
They were a colleague, a teammate back from when I was in the military. I lost contact with them after my retirement.
Okay.
So I truly have no idea beyond that. I haven't seen him since, it's been years now.
Well, did you leave on good terms at least?
Yeah. I mean, the unit was just dissolving, so everyone was kind of chill about it. Everyone knew what was going on.
Okay. Were you particularly connected to this individual more than the others in your unit? Or was this just another colleague to you?
He was just a teammate.
Inside check.
It's up to you guys if you want to do insight checks against each other.
I
Yeah, I'd
absolutely
like
would love for this to happen.
Go for it, Joe. Roll higher than a 5.
18.
Yeah,
Kitasha's
whoever,
also invested in his love life.
whoever this is, a teammate is as close to as big of an understatement as you can make, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions wrapped up in whoever that is. It's unclear exactly what the overall is, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
I just imagine that Kitasha is gonna like hunker down a little bit so that she's eye level with Joe. Make eye contact, and Kitasha just wiggles her eyebrows. I can't make
Wait. I think I need to do a second insight check to interpret that. I'm really sorry, but I'm already taken. Oh dear. All right.
No, that's never mind.
all right, Mako. I think let's get out of here. This place feels weird as a house. As far as houses go, this one does feel pretty weird. I think let's get back to the city and perhaps we can try and track down your companion or figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah.
You don't think they're the
before we
type
leave,
to
do you wanna-
start? Sorry,
No.
you don't think this companion of yours is the type to start haunting a house? Like, is that something that?
No, he was always more direct than that, so I don't really know what's going on with this. This is why it doesn't make sense to me, because it's definitely him, but this is not things he does or can do.
All right. I think let's get out of here.
All right.
Question for Mako and Joe if they're leaving the house.
Well, first I want to go put the that javelin of lightning back where we found it, and also like try and I know Joe was working on like fixing up some of the cracks. Like I think I want to leave the house mildly close to how it was we found it.
Yes, good point. Yeah, and I'll put back the armor and the shield.
Oh, that was a good choice.
We will be good citizens, I guess.
Yeah, you guys are able to fix up the house as much as you physically can.
Mhm.
You put back your magic items that you picked up to use, and you walk outside. I'm not even going to ask for a perception check here because it's very obvious what might have happened. Two of the gargoyles have moved to either side of the front door. They're just perched there, still draining water from the downpour, but it's pouring out onto the staircases, and you can see their stone eyes are watching you. Passive, but watching.
Tasha's going to stop and she's going to address both gargoyles. There's two, correct?
There are two right there, yes.
So, do we have to see which one of you lies and which one tells the truth in order to leave? I heard that's a thing.
Their heads turn in opposite directions. Just look at you. Water's still pouring out. The water's kind of changed directions a little bit because their heads moved.
You know, I can understand that you're having difficulties talking right now. If you could just
There's a little nod.
can you just blink twice if we need to answer a riddle or something before we can go?
They blink once.
Okay. So is not yes, but not necessarily no.
A little hand on one of them.
Be gone.
And it goes back.
Okay. I don't
You don't know what?
I'm not quite sure what it sounds like you made a motion, but your camera is turned off. So I have no idea what
My camera's not working for you. So little hand gesture of move along. Little hand wave.
Okay.
Alright.
Be clear that they're guarding the front door. And you've passed by and there's nothing wrong with you, so they're gonna let you go.
Okay.
You have a feeling that these must not have been made alive by the item that you brought in and were previously alive, and you guys just didn't notice. These two definitely weren't there, though, when you walked in. They were definitely higher up on the roof.
All right.
There we go. I guess I guess we gotta go find the horses now.
They're still tied up in the stable, out of the rain, which you are all currently drenched by.
Hmm.
Not Kitasha. Just a little station.
Just every 6 seconds, just drying yourself off.
Mm-hmm. Don't know what's
this point. I think Joe's disappointed because he left his fantasy umbrella back at his shop. I assume he has a fantasy umbrella, so this is a sad day.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a fantasy umbrella. It could just be an umbrella.
No, it's fantasy. Oh my god, I know the setting.
Umbrella?
I figure in our travel packs we have ponchos or something like that, and so Mako will get wrapped up in a poncho and mount up.
I think I'll follow your lead. Yeah.
Are you gonna ride on your horse, or do you want to ride in the wagon, Joe?
I'll try.
Wait, do we need to get will be space, or we actually want to hold it on because we need to have the candelabra in the wagon, don't we?
Yeah, but it's not that big.
Okay.
It's just, imagine the ghost walking through corridors holding the candelabra. It's about that size.
All right. Well, I still think it would probably be good to have Joe in the cart just to watch it, just to make sure, because magic be weird.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair point actually. Yeah, I could keep an eye on that. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Just for clarification, did we travel with 3 riding horses and whatever is pulling the wagon?
So your horse was a big, quite sturdy horse that was carrying you as well as dragging the wagon. It slowed you guys a little bit. If you were on just horses the whole way, you could have gotten there probably about a day and a half sooner than you did.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got like a big Clydesdale who's been tugging along this thing with you.
Okay. Yeah, if there's a way to hook up Joe's horse as well,
Mhm.
to like help pull, maybe that'll help us get there faster.
You can try it, definitely.
Ew, no. Absolutely not.
I can help out with that because like I have proficiency in land vehicles, which includes barding and rigging.
Is a horse a land vehicle on a
They
terrain?
are
On a
in D&D. Horses are land vehicles.
Oh, that's cool.
Mako eventually making use out of her land vehicle.
All right.
Yeah.
I will.
Hitasha's not able to help you out at all. That was a nat 1 for animal handling.
Oof.
The horse looks at you with such betrayal in its eyes.
All right, so it's going to be a +6 to this roll.
Ooh, fancy.
Assuming I can use dexterity as the stat for this.
Yeah, that's fine. Use your dex.
It's not like I'm asking to do. No. Okay, no. Okay, never mind. Hold on. I was fine. Sorry, I was scrolled up and like it didn't look good. Okay, we're good. 15 in order to rig this up.
Okay. Shit, panic in your voice was so funny. Okay.
Well, I was scrolled up in the roll 20, and so when I hit enter, it popped up to whatever the next roll was, and that happened to be like a red one. So I was like, oh no, I botched. But no, it was fine.
Yeah, no, you're able to hook up Joe's horse, and you're pretty sure this will cut down your time. Hopefully, about half a day to a day's worth of travel.
No.
You guys, you don't have to worry about rolling animal handling / well, I'll still have you roll survival for the 2 riding on horses. But your animal handling, your horses are used to you 2 now.
The 10.
Let's see. 9 plus my D4, 3. So 12 for survival.
Alright, your first day of travel, uneventful. Yeah, perfectly fine. Maybe a little sore by the end of the day, but you guys are good to go ahead and make camp, and you've definitely made some good time today. A lot better than you were on your way there. Whether that's due to the hitching up 2 horses to the cart, or if it's because the horses are more used to you guys, or whatever it is, made better time.
Nice. All right. I suppose we could set up camp, start a fire as before.
I mean, raining, that might not be a good idea.
The rain stopped as soon as you left, about probably less than a half mile from the mansion. You have a feeling that's also part of the magic that's been cast on the house.
Oh, interesting.
That's just perpetually flooding.
Yes. It's spoopy.
All right, let's yeah, I'll get this thing started so I can start drying out a little bit. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I'll actually. Yeah, I guess I'll gather some firewood and anything else I might need.
Alright.
Um, I'm happy to take first watch. If you guys would like to rest up a little bit.
Well, you said that you don't have any spells or anything left, right?
Yes, that's true.
Is there
Yeah,
anything you can
I'm
do
still. Oh, sorry.
After the spells, I can do a few really low level bits of magic. I've got Hercules. I can throw a spear sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I can still cast. I have I do have quite a bit left, and if I do throw a thunder wave, I'll make sure to let you guys know. So hopefully you can get out of the way.
All right, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take actually dark vision. Mako, you can't see in the dark, right?
Nope.
No. Okay, in that case, Mako, why don't you take first when it's still kind of light outside?
Yeah.
I'll take second, and then Joe, you can take third.
Sounds like a good idea. Also, side note, maybe we talked about this last session, I don't know, but don't rabbits in real life have dark vision?
I don't think they do. They rely more heavily on their sense of smell and their whiskers in the tunnels.
Okay. Well, I know cats is a bit of a meme in D&D because they didn't give cats dark vision, and so people make fun of
Rab- rabbits have relatively good vision in low light conditions, but they do not have particularly good night vision.
that. Okay, interesting. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess. Thank you both for everything from the housekeep. We kept each other safe. We got through it all together. So I consider that a success as far as missions go.
Yeah, I did pretty okay. No one got murdered.
No, exactly. And besides a bit of something at the end there, something untoward. Otherwise, I think it's a not bad as far as a slightly more advanced mission goes.
Yeah.
Alright. And Kitash is going to actually climb up on the Clydesdale, who I'm assuming is sleeping standing up, as are wont to do. And we'll do like the sort of backwards hang, kind of like on the withers at the base of the mane, and you just like have your legs dangling down off the butt.
I understand.
Big stretch.
Big
I thought you were trying to describe like a surfing pose while on a horse or something. I'm just gonna hang 10 on this horse real quick.
I'm gonna take a quick 4 on this horse. Don't mind me.
All right.
So, unless there is anything else you three would like to discuss, it shall be Mako's watch, and I will need a perception check.
All right. Uh, 17.
Your watch goes pretty normally. You're a bit tired from the day's travel, but you're able to stay very alert. The normal sounds of wildlife. Every once in a while, you notice that there's a couple of crows around. Just a little flock of them going by. But, yeah, nothing too much else happens throughout your watch. You stay alert. But as the hours pass, nothing seems to happen. You are able to go through your entire watch and wake up Kitasha for her watch.
We'll go over and we'll try and wake her up. Like, yeah, fairly uneventful. Forest is pretty quiet. No sign of that giant spider that we nearly encountered before.
Not yet, but that's good. There you go. Go ahead and get yourself some sleep. This horse is pretty comfy if you want to hop up on them and take a nap.
I've got my bedroll. I'll be fine.
Okay. Kind of slides off the horse and assumes the watch position.
What is the watch position according to Kitasha?
Let's see. The watch position is... Are we in the same place that we were at previously, where it's just kind of like a clearing in...
Yeah, kind of like a little plateau-esque area.
Yeah. Trees, no trees?
Trees.
Trees, okay. Kitasha's gonna kind of clamber up into like a lower hanging branch. I'm just gonna sit up there with her like vantage point.
I'd like your perception check.
Plus my D4. There we go. 17.
Once again, pretty uneventful, at least for most of yours. You start noticing more crows and ravens. You're not quite sure which, but then one comes up and lands on the branch you're on and just looks at you and you think, oh, that's a raven. That's a raven? Yes, that's a raven. And it's just looking at you.
Nature or animal handling check? Because that doesn't seem normal.
Handling would be fine.
Animal handling? Mainly because we haven't interacted with you. Ugh. Okay, well, clearly I don't know animals today. That is a 7.
You know that ravens can be curious.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that this is a widely explored area, but it could be that it's just used to seeing people. Maybe there's some more, traders who come through here often. Maybe it's used to seeing the moving company that was helping Nearman move all of his magic items. But it just hops a little bit closer to you and tilts its head.
Kitasha will offer up some snackies, little bits of fish for it to consume.
It will gladly take them from your hand. The raven will remember this. It chirps at you a little bit. See that it's pretty happy. And then it leaves your branch and goes, and you can see the gathering number of them that are up in the treetops, just sitting and watching.
Okay. Oh, quick rewind. While offering the fish, Kitasha will talk to the bird in Primordian.
The bird doesn't say anything, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Technically, birds speak Primordian, so that's
It
what
listens. What do you say to it?
a lot of the like, oh hi, you're like you're a pretty bird. Come here, I have some food. Like the typical talk between a 20-year-old and their first pet.
Sure.
Very typical, like, who's a pretty bird? You're a pretty bird.
So me with Spike.
Pretty much, yeah.
The raven appreciates it. It doesn't say anything back other than a little chirp that you don't quite catch what the meaning is behind it. But it accepts the food and it's very thankful and goes and sits with his buddies.
Okay.
He goes
Nothing
and
else.
rejoins his unkindness, I believe is what they're called. Like a group of ravens is called an unkindness.
No,
That's
it's a murder of crow. Oh no.
Yeah, crows are a murder. Ravens are an unkindness.
Yeah.
Which is rude. Ravens are wonderful birds.
What kind of scientist? The guy who just came up with all of these. Like, what? They're so inconsistent, they're weird, some of them are funny, some of them are very normal. Why did
Listen,
he choose-
someone read The Raven at one point and got really upset.
Got a little into Edgar Allan Poe. And that's just been their life.
Like, just to, I mean, Monty Python came up with this one, not me, but why is it a flock of sheep? It's always flocks are of flying animals, but do sheep fly and we don't know about it? Is there something they're not telling us, you know?
The sheep we dealt with before did fly.
True.
But at the end of Kitasha's watch, she'll if the bird didn't fly off previously, she'll do like the little like scooching for it to back away before she jumps down.
Yeah.
We'll go to wake up Joe. How does Joe sleep? Out of curiosity.
I would say like an very organized desk. Like he's like folded up some sort of thing to become his pillow. He's lying straight on his back. Everything's lined up. He's got a spear shield next to him. Both like very carefully. Everything's square.
I imagine that, but for the reason I also imagine that Joe does like the dad nap where like he just like leans up against Hercules and is out. He's like we're actually using any of the stuff he set up.
Head
like
back, mouth agape.
Yeah, that works. And Hercules is still awake because Hercules does not need sleep.
Yeah, he has the whole bed set up, and it's nice and organized, but he doesn't use it. Doesn't make it to that before he conks out.
I'm pretty sure Hercules also like gets under Joe's feet to elevate them because nothing's worse than puffy feet when you wake up. But Tasha will go over and actually Katasha will wake up Hercules first, and then we'll go wake up Joe.
Right.
Good morning. You're such a good boy. Good morning. Joe.
Here.
Hey, it's time for you to wake up. There's a lot of cool birds out here, but just don't send Hercules after them. They're really nice. They just want food. That's all they want.
Okay.
Okay.
If they start attacking me, do I wake you guys up or do I just deal with it?
I'm not sure you're in a position. Well, no, you technically haven't. I mean, you can wake us up, and we'll do.
I'll try not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's fine. Hercules is. Yeah. That's fine. I'm getting a nice moment of where the in-character lines up with the real life of waking up at 5:30 and just feeling absolutely trash. So that's nice. That's nice when your character reflects your real state.
imitates life.
All right, yeah, I'll do a watch, keeping an eye on those birds. Do you want me to roll a perception or something like that?
Another perception check.
Oh, 18. Okay, that's not too bad.
The sounds of the, woods is everything staying normal. You still don't hear any signs of that large spider. There's more birds. They keep coming in. They're just watching. Now, unlike Kitasha's watch, there's 2 or 3 that are perched up on branches above you, just looking down and watching. They just seem curious.
Okay. Can I do a nature check to see if it's common for, if anything I've studied or any books I've read in the past or anything, like, from what I know of these birds? I guess, just whether this is normal behavior or whether they're gathered here for some specific reason. Oh, that's not good. That's an 8.
The only thing you can remember about ravens is that they have a very good memory. You remember hearing once about some student that was, when you were first studying to do, all of your mechanics and such. You remember hearing about some student that went around and, threw a rock at a raven at one point, and then how later on he was found with so many wounds because a bunch of ravens started pecking him every time he went outside. But that's the only thing you can remember about ravens at this point.
Okay.
You're very tired.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out. If they get any closer to me, I'll probably start asking them to, leave me some space.
They just watch. They do their little bird head tilt. You can hear some chittering amongst them.
I look at Hercules and say, I can't tell whether they're making fun of you or me, but I don't like it.
There's a resounding. And then they go back and they chitter away and chitter amongst themselves. They watch you for a little bit and then seem to get disinterested. Just chill on the branches. By the time that the sun is rising and you're getting ready to wake everyone else up, all the ravens seem to decide they've had their fun. They fly off, not in the direction you plan to go, but a little bit further out east.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll wake everyone else up. Uneventful night. There was a lot of birds, though. No birds got attacked. So that's the good news.
Yeah.
There we go. Got that long rest.
Oh yeah, I can press the button.
That nice long rest.
Long rest.
I'll tell if the website is just trash or it's not letting me.
Is it your phone?
Did you hit confirm after you hit long rest?
No, I didn't even give me that option.
Oh.
I think it was because the dice rolling part of the app was sitting on top of that button.
Okay.
But like there was like an invisible bubble blocking it or something. So I had to fully close any dice rolls, and then it worked. So
Yeah. There we go. Got rest.
Alrighty.
Back to the city.
Well, you've still got about a day's worth of travel, you see.
The saddle.
I can teleport.
We'll rich quick, don't you worry. Alright. What are everyone's driving positions? You riding the horse?
Yeah, Kitasha will
Mm-hmm.
more or less. Yeah, Kitasha's going to be. We're doing full. Kitasha's going to be towards the front or the middle, sitting on one of the horses that is pulling the cart.
Joe staying in the cart?
I guess so. Yeah. To like Mecca said, just to keep an eye on the candelabra. It's not. Is it doing anything weird or just seems to be chilling there?
Just chilling. The magic
Okay.
cup seems to be doing its job.
All right.
All right, for the 2 on horseback, give me survival checks.
Oh, that was almost a 19. And then my D4.
18.
Total of 16 for Katasha.
Oh, you guys are doing great today. You make some great headway and distance, and you're not really sore at all by the end of the day. And you're looking at your map and realizing, hey, half a day more and you're going to be back, back where the cars can pick you up and you'll be right back at the guild.
Nice.
Well, you've got one more night.
Same as before.
Same as before?
Mm-hmm. Same as it ever was.
Okay. Mako, your perception check.
Only a 10.
Kitasha and Joe, give me some wisdom checks.
Oh.
Save,
like a save
or
or just sorry. Yeah.
Save.
a wisdom save. Yuck. Okay. 7 for Kitasha.
15.
Joe, so far your sleep is going really great. You're just having wonderful dreams of tinkering, and you think you can, hear Ruby singing. Kitasha, you are just bombarded by visions of the sea at just raging. You're on a ship and it's just getting crushed against waves and rocks, and you're desperately trying to stay afloat. It's really nerve-wracking. You think you might hear some singing Poseidon or something off in the distance. But, Mako, your watch goes pretty uneventful. You do see more signs of that spider, some more webbing and such. But no actual, physical sounds or anything of a spider nearby. No more birds, but you can, at least no ravens. But you can still hear wildlife going on around you. It's not too bad.
Alright. I guess I'll resend my watch and wake up Kitasha.
Kitasha? Whoop.
I was like, nothing too particular. There's a couple of webs around, so we might be closer to that spider's territory, but I don't see any sign of them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sounds good. Get them sleep.
Did you sleep okay? You look like that was rough.
Oh, just a bad dream. It's been a while since I've slept on a horse, and I think it's finally getting to me. I think I might sleep on the ground again.
That's fair. Hey, tomorrow we'll be back at the guild, and you can take whatever time you need to rest up in proper bed.
That'll be good.
All right. Have a good watch.
Thanks. And Kitasha will stay close-ish to the fire. On the ground, not in the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of keep an eye out.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, and then I need wisdom saving throws from Mako and Joe.
All right, 17 for perception.
It's a 10 for Mako.
Okay. You remember a mission. It's a long time ago. But, nothing to worry about. They're screaming, and so much screaming and screaming, and blood and screaming. You don't sleep very well, Mako. At least not for the first half. Joe, your dream goes from, just wonderful tinkering and singing, and then there are fires. There's so much fire. Everything around you is burning. Kitasha! Your watch goes splendidly. Nothing, you see the same spider webs. And, they look pretty abandoned. You don't think it's really come back here to feed in a long time. You do miss the ravens, though. They were nice.
Mm-hmm.
But, happens.
How are the horses with reacting to the webs?
They don't seem too bothered. Their noses are probably better than yours, and they probably can tell as well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem too bothered. It's not like the night that the spider had come walking through. They're pretty chill. Your big Clydesdale just looks at you with big doe eyes. She's woken up a little bit, and she's just watching you.
With the squarest of pupils.
Squarest of pupils.
Yeah, Kitasha will go over and scritch the forelock, the little area right above their eyes, before going over to wake up Joe.
What?
And I'm assuming with a passive insight of 15, Kitasha can tell that the dream is not good.
Good morning.
Hey, do you need a couple minutes to get your bearings?
It should be okay. Yeah, sorry, I had a strange dream, but I'll be alright to do the watch.
Okay. And Kitasha will hold out a hand to help Joe get up. Just holler if you need help.
Alright, thank you. Did the watch go okay? Anything to be concerned about?
No, it was at least nothing I could see and nothing that the horses could hear or smell or see. So I think
Alright.
it'll be clear.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, just have a good rest. We'll catch up later.
Mm-hmm.
Check Joe and wisdom checks from Kitasha and Mako.
A 12 from
Oof.
me.
6 from me.
Oh,
Third-
no.
I get do I get?
I think you have a 13, unless that is a separate one.
Yeah, it's just 13. I don't get the extra D4 on saves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Your dreams, Kitasha, slowly peter out to just sailing. And even in your dream, you feel a sigh of relief of, okay, chill, this is fine. As you sail across the sea and you watch, you think you can hear some of your siblings just chattering in the background as you drift off more and more across the sea and across sleep. Mako, you are fighting for your life, and you look back. You can see someone's been left behind, and you can't let that happen. You have to go back. You must, and it's racing through your head. And then it all just fades to black. Joe! That goes
Okay.
great. You don't
No.
like the spider webs.
No. That's
Yeah,
why I
you're
have.
watching those spider webs with intensity. You're
Mm.
sure that dire spider's gonna come back any minute now.
Mm.
You're sure of it. You're just sure of it. But
And
go ahead.
because I'm not in because I'm not the dumb character in a horror movie, I will check behind me every now and then.
Your horse stares at you judgingly.
Could be a spider in disguise. All right, that's fine.
As the sun rises, yeah, nothing too bad. You can awake your party members and make your way to the guild.
Right. How's everyone doing?
I think as Joe wakes up Mako, Mako like opens her eyes for a second and then immediately jolts back for a second. If this were like an HBO adaptation, like we'd see from her perspective, that for like a split second as she opened her eyes, Joe like has like a huge gash across his neck, and is like bleeding profusely. But then she blinks and it's back to fine.
Mick, are you okay there?
Sorry, I was in the middle of a dream. We're good.
All right. I'll say this as well once Katasha is awake, so you can hear this. But to be honest, the dream I had earlier was not terribly pleasant. I don't know if this is a function of the area we're in, or if we're all just having a bit of a bad night of it.
It might have just been a bad night of it. I mean, my dream wasn't great in the beginning, but it got better.
Okay.
We're likely just stressed out from this mission.
Mhm.
You know, stress does strange things to the mind.
We did just fight a giant candle golem only a day and a half ago.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if we all had bad dreams and it doesn't have anything to do with here, that doesn't help me out at all. Narfu isn't even close. Anyway, let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go.
Right.
Won't bore you all with survival checks. By this point, as you travel down, you're only about a halfway's journey to your rendezvous with your car. Kitasha's still rolling a survival check to see what she would have gotten.
Yeah, a 9.
Yeah, it's okay, I'm not counting it. You guys can get there and you already see a nice coach ready for you. This time it's a little blue beetle in the front seat.
Oh, I thought you meant the car. The car was a little beetle.
We could also make the car a little blue beetle, but it'll be a little bit of a squish to get you all in there.
Kitasha's hugging it to just so the door stays shut.
It's one of those beetles that has the attachment for the camper van on top. You've seen that where it's the beetle, it has the camper van going off the back and it's attached on the top of the roof.
There we go.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Here, let me pull a picture of this.
That's what you're driving in. This is fine. You can all relax in the back of it. This beetle already knows where you're going. He was sent here by the guild. You don't know how long this beetle's been waiting for you, though.
Insight check. Do they seem impatient when we pull up, or do they seem pretty fresh faced? Dirty 20.
Been sending out a couple of cars, and maybe they're in a rotation. Doesn't seem too tired, but it does seem like a little bit of a head motion of, oh, someone's actually here now. Okay, good. David, this is the funniest looking thing, and it was different from what I was thinking of. Oh man. Yes,
Okay.
this is what's driving you through town right now.
Could you imagine that in the Portland weather or the Oregon weather we've been having?
You spin me right around.
It'd be right around.
To be fair though, like, have you ever seen a smaller turning radius on a camper trailer?
Yoink. Alrighty. Well, as we go through this, you guys are able to drive off in your weird camper thing that decided to pull up and find you. And you pull up to the guild without any problems. And you can see Talos Nearman, who hired you, and Kiza, all standing at the front gates waiting for you.
Alright.
I'm okay.
Who has the candelabra? Or does Joe still have it?
Yeah, I guess I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Kita will give a hail beforehand, like a very excited wave.
We'll walk
Keith-
up.
Robotically.
Nice.
Just a wave, very stuttery wave.
It
So
seems. Also going, David.
I was gonna say, like, we'll walk up and report. I think we found the offending item. This candelabra seems to have some variety of animating effects. It actually was able to command a massive amount of wax into a golem before we were able to take it down. After we slapped the cuffs on it, all strangely acting objects in the house ceased. We checked over the house. There are no more self-acting objects aside from your gargoyles, but those are separate and feature, I assume.
Nearman. I'm so relieved. Oh, you cannot believe how much this means to me. I don't. Can I see that? Hold on.
Yeah, I'll pass it to him.
Yeah.
As passing, Mako will say, unfortunately, there was some damage that couldn't have been avoided. Initially, several of your cutlery attacked us. We were forced to defend ourselves and end up destroying them. One magic sword also attacked us. And then when during the final confrontation against the this candelabra's wax golem, it did do some damage to the floor in the foyer. We tried to fix it as best we could, but I just want to be 100% transparent about that.
Oh yes, that's very understandable. No, honestly, I expected more damage than what you're saying. Oh, I'm relieved though. This is not part of my collection. This is not an item I've ever seen before. And as much as I would love to study this, it's very clearly far too powerful for me to deal with at the moment. I believe your artificer grandmaster here will be quite able to figure out what it is.
I'm not a grandmaster. You seem to have got the wrong idea. I'm not that strong.
He looks at you briefly. I just, I meant Guildmaster Kiza.
It
But
makes more sense now. When yep.
he hands off the candelabra to Kiza, who looks at it, nods. I will return shortly. I must study this in order to find out what this is. And turns heel and marches kind of C-3PO-esque into the building.
Mako asked Nearman, did you have to hire someone for the candles that you had set up around? I noticed that all of them lit up as you went into a room, and the golem, or the candelabra didn't start making a golem until every room had been lit up.
I mean, they're all standard. My own home has them now. I mean, for, the aristocratic community, many of us have these candles throughout our entire homes. It's quite useful. It's very concerning that I would target those, but yeah, I'd never heard of anyone else having issues with them.
Yeah, because as soon as every room was lit, all the wax from those candles, like, basically flew into the foyer to make the body for the wax golem.
Most concerning. Maybe I'll have to look into this newfound electricity lighting thing that they've been, a couple of people have been saying it's all the rage now, but maybe it's time I look into that too. Either way, you all have my great thanks. I've already, handed off your payment to your guild master here, and I cannot thank you all enough. Now I must get renovators planned and get my staff moved in and figure out the rest of what's going to happen and recatalog everything. Thank you once again. This is just incredible news. And he
Happy to be of service.
He nods to you and then scurries off towards his own very luxurious golden vehicle that is waiting for him. Talos will nod out and turn to you three. Well, I'm quite impressed. You've did very well on that mission, though it does seem like you've taken some wear and tear.
Only a
Yeah. Yeah. It was not it was a challenge, but not too incredibly difficult for us. We worked together well as a team, I believe.
That is good to hear. I was hoping you three would work well together. And as such, you have officially moved up in ranking. Pulls out new set of gems, each according to your colors for your guild status, and hands them to each of you. With these, you will now be able to take on higher ranking missions, but please, I insist that you take a few days off in order to recuperate after this mission. It was quite a bit of travel, and I'm sure you were all very tired, and perhaps have some things you would like to spend your current amount of gold on.
Thank you very much. It's good to feel like we're advancing in the ranks. And yeah, I think a couple of days out would be a good idea. But when we come back, I'm sure we'll all be excited to get on with whatever you've got lined up for us.
Yes, it'll be quite helpful. You all become quite useful to this guild. I have much I need to do. Please, feel free to rest as you need. He'll turn in. The sweep of his very neatly done dreads walk back inside. We have now entered free time.
One final question before we enter free time. when he swishes his hair, is that an intentional kind of like a Prince Charming swish, or is it just a purposeful stride that happens to cause a great swish? This is important.
Purposeful stride.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure if he was like flicking his hair.
Very easy man. Just leave him be.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was being fancy or like, yeah. Alright,
He-
let's go.
Intentionally fancy.
Unintentionally fancy.
Happens to the best of us.
All right.
Before doing any of the other plans, Kitara will go straight to the bathhouse and just soak.
This also sounds like a good plan. I think Mako will probably end up doing that too.
Yeah. Kitasha likes to stay fastidiously clean, and magic can only do so much.
True. Are you joining the ladies in the bathhouse, Joe?
Probably not. This isn't an anime. Yeah, I'll probably go back to
an anime if you make it such.
Dude.
No, we're not gonna get the bathhouse episode.
I think Joe's happy to eat something that isn't rations for a first meal back.
Mm-hmm.
So just to write it down, how much gold was that mission overall?
So I didn't really give you guys gold amounts. You should have about 60 gold to split amongst you three.
Okay.
That does include, by the way, Kitasha, your earnings from your betting on Mako winning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now it is much later already than I initially planned, so everyone sent me what they want to do for their free time. Who would like to go first?
I can go first if everyone's being polite.
Yes.
All right.
Lady first, go ahead.
Alright, so I guess just while I'm in the area, I might try and talk to Kiza.
Okay.
Just well, before heading out into the city. So this is in regards, because I know you mentioned like upgrades and stuff like that. I don't know if Kiza's the person to speak to about that, or it should be someone else.
It is actually another person that the area you would go to, and you get this information pretty freely. There is a augmentation house that is across between. You've got guild house, military headquarters, augmentation.
Oh, okay, so it's not in the guild.
Yes, it is not in the guild. This is just a thing.
Okay. Alright, maybe I'll come to that later, maybe even with the party then. I think that'll be a lower priority. Okay, in that case, I think I will be visiting my brother.
All right. You will go walking through the city. You know the route already to, Thomas's house. Pretty simple. What do you do?
I just knock on the door. Sorry, I didn't know if that came through. I didn't knock.
Oh, I couldn't hear your knock at all. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
So the door swings open to another Earth Genasi looking at you. Very, very similar build, I think. You never actually gave me a description of Thomas.
No, I didn't send you very much for him, but
Right.
yeah, that's fine.
Joe, welcome home. How you doing?
I give him a big old smile and a big old hug. It's very good to see you again. I'm sorry it's taking as all good sibling hugs do. I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's been an interesting few weeks. And how have things been over here? Is she okay?
Oh, Ruby! And you can hear scuttling upstairs as a little streak of red comes through. So this little girl comes up and jumps at you, her bright red dress just fluttering with her, a scream of Papa. She launches herself at you.
Yeah, big hug there. Hey, I think for a second he's just a bit sort of enjoying the moment, and then he'll kneel down to her and say, "How have you been, kid?"
Oh, and she just starts gushing. It is the torrent of if you've ever had a little kid decide to tell you about their day.
Okay, yeah,
You
yeah,
catch
yeah.
maybe half of it, and she's gone off on a rant, and you're not even quite sure. And Thomas is laughing above you guys,
Yeah.
just
And-
watching. But he seems a little off. You're not quite sure why.
Okay, I'll make a note of that for later. But Ruby, I think the important question is: have you looked after Uncle Thomas?
But of course I have been. Isn't that right? We go to the market and we go and make sure that everything is put away where it goes, and he takes me to school and brings me back, and we did so many art projects, you know.
Oh, that's good.
He puts them up on the fridge.
Oh, does he? Can you see any fridge left?
Oh no, there's no fridge. You can see it around the corner. It is just art. Lots of finger painting.
Well, I've got a couple of days off from the guild, so I'd love to spend it with you guys if possible, or Thomas, if you want a break, I'm more than happy to go exploring with Ruby.
It's no worries at all. She's fine. Uh, how have things been going? Anything with, Amelia?
Uh,
Anything at all?
Nothing yet. I'm trying to work my way up. I'm getting stronger. I think I'm learning a lot, and I've made some pretty good friends, which is a little unlike me, but I'm hopeful for the future, and I really don't want to put either of you in this position for much longer. So I think if nothing comes up in the next few weeks, I might try and find a better solution for this.
Yeah, don't worry about that for right now. Just focus on what you're doing. That's the important thing. You got Hercules, right?
So go ahead, what, sir?
You got Hercules, right?
Oh, Hercules, yeah. I'll you
Good,
know,
good,
yeah,
good,
that's a good.
good. That's really good. Yes.
I'd like a little insight on my brother there.
Yeah, go for
He's
it.
getting a little funky. Not funky in the cool way. Insight is a 5.
I'm gonna let you have this because your brother's just being like very obvious. Something is very wrong. Something's happened and he's not told you yet.
Okay. I will probably want to wait till yeah, okay. I'll say Ruby, if you head on inside for a second, I just want to ask your brother a couple of things. Maybe start gathering up some of the art so you can show me in a few minutes.
Oh, she bolts. She's so excited. She does a little like tippy tap dance and then runs inside.
All right, perfect.
Thomas makes this face of like, yeah, it's so good. No, what do you want to talk about?
Is everything okay?
What would be? No, everything's fine. Fine.
Thomas, I know you've been thrust in this position by my own
It's
chaos. But if something
it's
is going
gone,
on with Ruby,
Joe. It's gone.
what's gone?
Your entire place is gone.
What do you mean gone?
Burnt to ash. It is gone.
Okay.
You should not be around as much because I'm not involved in this stuff, and I know you don't want Ruby involved with them. But you've made some people very unhappy, and they burned the entire place. I was shocked I was able to find Hercules in the rubble. There's nothing left.
Okay.
It's...
Joe's definitely just kind of like processing is probably the best word for it. Just trying to like calculate. When did this happen?
Maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Well,
I tried to go in and see if you were there, but you
I
weren't
guess
at the guild house. They said they couldn't give me the information on when you'd be back.
I was on a. I just left for a mission at that point. Okay. I guess maybe one silver lining is just that no one was there, or maybe no one was hurt.
I
I think
didn't see anybody there. There wasn't any, military did a quick sweep of it just to make sure there wasn't, any remains of anyone, but yeah, it just seemed all the stuff was gone. The place was burnt down.
Thanks for everything you're doing. I'm gonna go over there now and see what I can piece together. No, I'm going to. I'll head over there later today. I feel like I need to spend some time with Ruby first. It's been far too long, and she's already lost one parent. I don't think she needs to lose another. I'll spend a bit of time with you both, if that's okay. And for your trouble, and I'm going to give him 10 gold. So I'll mark
You
that off
don't
my
need to.
list.
I mean, I'm not going to give it back. Don't worry about that sort of stuff. It's fine. Come on, come in. We'll have a good dinner.
All right. Let's go see which is the best artwork. In that case, yeah, and that, like, based on that, I probably won't go back to the shop immediately. I might, on the way back to the guild to sleep, I might try and pass by there and see what I can find. But otherwise, it doesn't. It sounds like it's pretty. Yeah.
When you try to walk by, yeah, there's nothing left. There's already been cleaners there starting to sweep up the remains and clear it out.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think he'll maybe the following day try and maybe stop by a police station or equivalent, some sort of Crown's Guard place, just to kind of find any information, file reports if it has. I'm assuming it's been processed in some capacity. A fire in a city doesn't usually go unnoticed, so I'll try and give them my details, share them as much information as I can, but I don't think I would mention anything specific. I think it would be like what happened, asking them what happened while I was gone, not telling them what I think happened, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find out that everything your brothers told you is essentially what's really well known. Apparently, just a sudden fire broke out in the building, and by the time that they got there, most of it was just already burnt down. They tried to get it cleared out as quickly as they could, but yeah, not much could be done.
Right. Yeah.
You can
Okay.
note if you'd like, but that is something that you find. And from there, just because of our time frame, we're gonna hop over. Who would like to go next? We'll come back to you, Joe.
That's fine.
It might come up. It might come up anyway, since both Mako and Katasha are already at the bathhouse. Just with something that Katasha might note is basically the entirety of Mako's back is covered with a really bad acid scar. Um, uh, you may notice that, like, as both of you or as both you and her are cleaning up.
Does it look like it's affecting how Mako moves? Like if it's
It looks old and worn at this point. It looks like it's fully like scarred over and healed as much as it's going to heal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You like while this is going on, like Josh will ask.
Kitasha will just kind of like won't say anything about it since this is more of a public bathhouse. But she will do like maintain eye contact with Mako and then do like a little head dip just to show Mako that she can see it. And just kind of putting the ball in Mako's court.
I think Mako will see that and be like, yeah, I figured that would come out eventually. That's a what do you got? I don't know, a gift or just a uh, this is a remnant of my worst day in the military. I got that for breaking rank, and I got punished for it, and I deserved it. So it is what it is. I've learned to live with it by now, but goes to show that no good deed goes unpunished.
It's doesn't look like that was a very fair punishment.
Oh, I assure you it is. I assure you that this was a lenient and merciful punishment.
I mean, if it's meant to be, it's not some that doesn't. It's not something that my orcish side or my uncle Neural would have used.
Well, no, I imagine not. I mean, it's not exactly a traditional or, like, I'm fairly confident the guy who cast the vitriolic sphere intended to kill me, but this is what I got away with.
It's still not a good punishment. It's not.
I don't know. I broke rank and people died. I think it's as good as it's better than I deserve.
Hmm. This is Katasha's brain, like fully puppeting my face. It's so in Orcish culture, we believe in making sure the individual can keep the rest strong. If an individual is hurt in a way that doesn't keep us strong, it's bad for everybody. I understand that people died by something you had done. But should
I
there
see what we're trying to go through. Yeah, it is what it is. Perhaps that's why, the my team was disbanded. Not too long after. Perhaps they figured it was unfair or something like that. But I can't change the past. I can only try and do better.
well, it seems you're already doing better. And Kitasha will kind of like open up her arms for a hug if that's something Mako is comfortable with.
Mako is the little
Yeah, Kitasha
glance at
understands.
it by I think like Mako might go in for like a half hug, but it's really awkward.
A little side awkward hug.
Yeah.
An
Like,
awkward hug in the bathhouse.
Yeah.
I appreciate your concern.
It's a lot of twigs make strong bundles. It's important that we look out for each other.
Yeah.
And then Kitasha gets dressed.
I think at this point, Mako will also say, like, I wasn't fully transparent back at the mansion. Petro is more, Quill is more than just an old teammate.
Well, I kind of picked up on that. And it's always for people that you form a strong connection with, you never stop grieving them. Even when they're still.
Yeah. I thought I was over it, though. Quill was a Quill was the closest thing I've had to a proper relationship. But I was my worst self with him. He's a great man, he's a good soldier. But I was my worst self with him. And I thought I was over this, but apparently catching a glimpse of him at the corner of my eye doesn't suggest that, does it?
Do you miss him, or do you miss the potential of being with him?
No, I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. I've had a lot of partners, in my life. Quill was different. I don't know exactly how or why, but he was.
Mhm. I think we should see about. Let me talk to some of my people back home. I can see if any of the. I can see if there's any soul keepers who can help release this tie from you, if this is something you want.
I didn't know that was a thing that could be done.
I mean, typically it's used for like divorces, but it just helps to lessen the pull of the other person.
I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, because I understand if it's not my place to say this, and you can tell me to back up, but that fucked you up
Yeah, it definitely did.
for like.
Yeah, no. I know we were all having bad dreams because of the stress, but mine were memories, not dreams.
Those make the worst dreams.
Anyway. Sorry to get all
All I think of very male responsive, like a big lore drop, and then good talk, like.
Yeah, good talk.
It's more of Mako just didn't realize that she was letting her guard down that much and is now furiously trying to put it back up.
Reshape the bricks.
Suddenly trip photos of Quill falling out of her sleeves. No, wait. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Hold on.
Attack! Oh no!
Like, what? Why do you still have a photo in your wallet of them?
You have so many wallets. Why do they all have a photo?
They got like the old like fold down like
Oh,
what are they called?
Yeah, accordion.
Yeah,
Oh.
over the wall. It just is an accordion of all the photos. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you listening to me.
Hey, this is something I used to do a lot. I have a lot of practice in listening to people. Usually they pay me first. But I've also made a lot of money off of you so far, so I think we're good.
All right, that sounds good enough to me. Well, I think that's enough for Mako scene. If we want to go over to Katasha's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up just really quick if people are good to go on for a little bit longer than we normally would, just so we can go through the whole downtime section, so that since I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks, we don't cut off partway through it and then try to come back into it.
Yeah,
I can do an extra like 10 or 15 minutes. I probably after that point I really do got to be getting to work, but I can do it a little bit over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tasha,
Hey,
Would you like to continue with your plan, or did you have another idea of what you'd like to do? Because oof, that whole scene got me.
We can do, yeah, we'll just kind of like look up at a sundial or a clock, whatever, just like, oh no, I'm late. And then do like the quintessential trying to pop out of the bathhouse, still lacing up a boot.
Fair.
To make it to the let's see, what time is it? Would it be lunch, tea, dinner, supper?
Let's go with dinner.
Dinner. Okay. Yeah. Running down to a medium scale restaurant to go meet up with Ulam and Batul.
Yep. What races are these two siblings?
Ulam, I think, is going to be. Ulam is going to be a. We're gonna go human. And then Batul will be a goblin.
I love this.
Just all heights.
You have so many heights in your family.
So many heights.
Though, Ulam, you said?
Ulam yeah, Ulam sounds the best.
Yeah. Ulam will wave you over from a table. Just, sis!
Oh, it is so good to see you. Oh, I am so sorry, Batul. I did not see you down there. Oh, you must be so... you keep getting shorter every time I see you.
You not! You stop that right now. I am this close. I am older than you. Don't you start making these short comments at me just because you shut up. Ugh. It's good to see you, though. Children these days.
We make you feel young again. Over here.
She gets up in her very tall chair that has been set up at this table. It's kind of like 3 booster seats on top of each other.
All right. Well, how was the trek over? Ulam, I know that you've kind of been here for a while, but Batul, you just came into town. How was everything? How's everything going?
Oh, going good. Really, I mean, trade industry is just getting busier and busier. There's so many new things that people want, and you try to get it involved, and it's just, oh, there's so many things. The caravan's like 3 times the size it was 2 to 3 years ago.
Oh, I do not envy you. We had to the guild had us bring back a candelabra, and that was
Ooh.
is.
Candelabra. You know, I don't see many of those these days. Really, I mean, like, they're kind of going out of fashion. Was someone really into it, or did it have historical significance? Beside you, very excited about the fact that maybe this is some artifact.
Well, I'm not sure if it was magical, and it tried to take over an entire house. But
Ooh.
I don't know if that means it's old, or if that the owner was just really into it.
That could mean so many things. Well, you know, this is the tool.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting back in. It really could be someone who really wanted to scam as well. You know, sometimes you want to really buff up the price of something, and you put a little curse on it, and then people just dig that. Really. It happens sometimes. I see it a lot. I have to deal with this all the time where people suddenly put something in there like, oh yes, it's very special, and they put some form of a curse on it. Ugh.
Oh. Yeah, that might have happened. I don't know. You guys know me. I'm more of a people person.
Oh, it's true. And an animal person.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
I still remember you going up to that spider when we were younger. Oh, you were so brave. Almost stupid, but for some reason it liked you.
that still tracks. That has not changed at all.
Hmm.
Let's see. How is everyone else doing?
Oh, you know.
I know that
Elephant-
peasants doing their own thing together separately.
Yeah. There's so many of us now that it's really hard to keep track. You know, everyone sends letters back and forth, and half of us are staying in town, half of us are traveling. I don't really see much of anyone these days. I get letters though, like my letters from you, and I think Elephant. I think that's how you pronounce it last time.
Mhm.
I know they've been sending you plenty of letters.
Yeah, they like to write me novels. Do we know who? Do we know who's handling the family finances now that Uncle Neural is gone?
Hmm.
Did it go to D?
I think it went to Diku. No, yeah, no, I think that's right. It's either him or Narfu. I'd have to double check, but I think it's one of the two. And Drine was in charge of a couple of things, but now have you heard any word from her? I've still not been able to get in contact.
No, I thought I would see. I thought I would see her more coming to the guild, but I haven't seen her at all.
Hmm. Dude, I've had no contact. It's been a long time. She used to be very assiduous about making sure to get her letters out at least once a month.
Yeah, she's. You know those religious types. They very much do things by the book, and that was very much how she did. But yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will check with one of the guild masters. Maybe they've heard something. Maybe
Uh,
she's
maybe she's what? Sorry.
maybe she's just on a mission.
Oh,
Or
that could be. Could be. Hmm. Well, you check in on that, and have you had any luck at? I know you were looking for that locket that your mother got you. Have you had any luck there?
no, it's so strange. I really hope no one has decided to say it's cursed to get more money for it. It does have it, but it's a family thing. No one else should really have it.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eye out for it with the description you gave me, but it's not coming to my hands anytime soon. But I'll keep looking. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Can't imagine where it might have gone to.
Everything's disappearing these days, you heard? There's
Mhm.
been like 5 new disappearances out in just around New Dragon Rook. Out on the outskirts, there's been, yeah, I think in the last couple months, 5 people just poof, gone.
Ew. That doesn't sound good at all. Yeah, I'll check in with the rest of my team here, see what we can find. Oh, and before I forget, because you, Betul, you're probably going to see Deku before I do. Here is my share to go to the
Oh, thank you. I'll do it. I will get it to him. I'm not gonna pocket it. Don't you worry. Don't you?
Oh, that's very kind of you.
She gives you a wink.
Oh, but yeah. And yeah, if there's not anything extra to go through, like no new information, I'm totally good to just hand wave this off as a bunch of sibling banter and gossip.
Yeah, I think that's about all the info that you'll get out of them that could be pertinent right now.
Yeah.
Lots of sibling gossip. You definitely get Ulam with the vases that you saw at the mansion. Very interested in that, but your dinner goes very, very well. Pretty uneventful otherwise. Still gotta find that locket and still gotta figure out where in the world Drine is.
Darren, right?
Darren, sorry.
Darren.
I keep looking at this name like I will remember how to say it at some point.
There's a Y and an E. They exist somewhere.
They exist somewhere in the space of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I believe there was one other thing that people wanted to do. I think that is something Mako would like to do really quick before we get to the quick wrap up. If Mako still wants to do that.
I know Elliot has just to leave soon, so I wouldn't mind putting that off till we get back.
That's all right. I'll actually say that when you get back, you find a box with this letter in it. And your new insect. You can read the letter aloud if you'd like.
Yeah, I will just for because in the HBO adaptation of this will be read out loud. So the letter says hops, comma, not much time. Genie's gift to you. Too dangerous to make contact yet. We may need gargoyle again soon. Casper. All right. I'll open up the box.
However, you'd like to describe your insect.
So in the box, there is this like I don't know exactly how to describe it because like I kind of imagine it as this like kind of metallic almost orb. I don't know, like, but it has clear like lines in like the armor. Let me pull up a good. So it's called a kinsect, which is straight out of Monster Hunter. It's basically a little beetle, although it's not little, it's like this big. And I think as Mako picks it up, like the metallic carapace kind of like splits open a little bit, and it is this. I don't have it. I'll drop a good picture of what it looks like, but like is this giant, football-sized winged beetle. Like, okay, this is.
Which, out of curiosity, which lineage is it from?
I don't know. I'm honest. I like Monster Hunter's lore and like ideas, but I don't actually know that much about how they work.
Okay.
Or
a beetle like, so okay, it might be
actually if I think about it, it makes more sense if it's actually it's actually a wasp. Now that I think about it,
closer to a wasp.
Yeah.
So a lot of these are butterflies. There's a ladybug,
a wasp or a honeybee or something like that. Just like it doesn't matter if it's actually that shape, but it's more of just like that's like the coloring and the pattern.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it looks closer to a muldrone, but yeah, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, and, I now have this this giant wasp beetle, and that's probably where that scene ends.
All right. Now, the three of you, with all of your different things that have happened, Joe is still keeping his letter a secret. We will go to the fact that Kiza has now called you all downstairs to inform you about the candelabra. As you all emerge, the candelabra is safely contained with all of the magic cuffs that you guys had. Not just the 2 you initially put on, it now has on every bit of it. All 6 cuffs. As you walk in, Kiza looks at you. You were very, very wise to use these cuffs. This item is not from this plane. Rather, this is a Fey realm item. It explains why it was able to change things into mimics so freely. This is not normally an ability from this plane, but with Fey-wild magic is quite possible. It is quite a dangerous item, and I fear that maybe more will show up. I will continue to study it, but if you would all look out for more of these items and keep me informed, it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, that's sorry, go on. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's fine. We can definitely keep an eye out in future. Would it be wise for us to keep at least one pair of these handcuffs among our group, just for emergencies such as this?
Once I make some more, I could bring some to you. However, they take quite a bit of time to make, and I am unwilling to remove any cuffs from this item. While you hadn't delayed most of it, it's very possible the Fey wild magic affected you in some way, shape, or form while on your travels.
It's concerning. I feel fine, I think.
Are there any particular signs we should keep an eye out for? Will other ones animate objects similar to this one, or will it be different abilities?
It is hard to say. I believe the Feywild magic often changes from item to item. I have studied a few things that have acknowledged these. I highly doubt it will be more mimicries. Though, best to be careful.
Alright.
Okay. All right, we'll do our best to be careful, and we'll keep you informed of anything at all that happens.
Look out for candelabras. Got it.
Yes. Items such as candelabras are probably a good thing to look for. Maybe other ancient-looking items would be good as well. That is all.
That's
You
awesome.
have done well.
Thank you. I kind of like she just. I don't know. I wouldn't call this like an insight check necessarily, but I'm wondering if this is normal for Kiza or not. To be like, buffering a little bit.
You as an artificer have spent time because Kiza is the, headmaster artificer. You've seen this happen a couple times with Kiza.
Okay.
You think there might be some faulty wiring in her vocals? Or
Okay.
their vocals. But yeah, let's go there.
So this doesn't necessarily seem like the candelabra is like messing with Kiza in any way, or like nothing.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Once
That's
in a
why I was
while,
like, oh no.
it gets stuck every once in a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Kiza mimic would be unsettling.
Oh, don't give me ideas. All right. And with that, your free time comes to a close, and as does the first arc of our campaign.